It's just how it is. That's how it is. Because your hobbies is what kind of keep you going, keeps you motivated to work. And family is important too. And they're there for support. All of it is important. And everyone has emphasis on something more than the, or maybe it's all equal now. But what does I can tell you what the military needs on a day-to-day basis. You can't really define it because the tempo varies throughout the season, throughout the year. Yeah, this is a weird angle. In the military varies throughout the year. And I can tell you that throughout my 20 years, each duty station was different, each assignment was different, every month was different. Over the course of a year, you might
Watch out,
spend
vehicle on shoulder
2
ahead.
straight weeks or a whole
In
month
half a mile, use the right two lanes to take exit 12, State Route 21, Landing Boulevard,
And if
Collins
you
Road.
have good leadership, when you get back from that field exercise, that tough environment, you might have 1 week off or a 4-day weekend. You can possibly come in for 3 or 4 days for accountability and do some light maintenance, and then get a good 4-day, 3-day weekend or something like that. That's a balance that
Exit right 2, exit 12, State Route 21, Landing Boulevard, Collins Road.
depends on your leadership, depends on your job. Some folks just have rough, MPs have tough schedules, cooks have tough schedules. But for me, I was on the outside looking in. Because I was a medic, I had a few friends. I didn't have too many MP friends, honestly. I knew a few cooks, but I knew they had leaders, managers, squad leaders, NCOs, and they're the ones that manage the morale and the schedule.
In 900 feet, use the right two lanes to stay to the right 2, State Route
Yes,
21,
you have to
Landing
show
Boulevard,
up
Orange Park Mall. Stay to the
for your
right 2,
shift.
State
You
Route
gotta be
21,
on time for your
Boulevard,
shift.
Orange Park Mall.
You just gotta put in the work. And the work-life balance comes in. Usually, when you clock out, what are you gonna do? Just gradually transition
Watch
into
out,
party
vehicle
mode?
on shoulder ahead.
Or how are you gonna manage your time afterwards? Or are you gonna continue working on your career?
In 3.9 miles,
That's where
take exit 16,
it can be a
103rd Street.
hustle culture, is if you're the type of military personnel that right after
Watch out,
your shift,
vehicle on shoulder ahead.
your business day, then you went back into to grinding it out, or maybe even a side project, or even going straight into family time. For me, I had to get a workout in or a meal in, one of the two. Man, this traffic is horrible. This traffic is horrible. So it's hard to tell if the military has work-life balance or hustle culture. That's really hard to tell. It's an interesting topic to me. I know as a drill sergeant, if you're one of those in TRADOC, that can feel like more of a hustle culture, because you wake up at 4. You're probably waking up at 3:30 or 4 in the morning, so you can get to work at 4:45, and your formation might be at 4:45
900 feet,
or
use the right lane to exit to
0445
Collins Road.
or 0500 hours. It's one of those. Maybe 5:30, maybe 6. It kind of depends on the
Exit right
leadership.
to Collins
6
Road.
is kind of late for accountability, but I was at Fort St. Houston. We had to be at our formation at 0445, 0 dark 30. So sometimes I wanted to get up and work out before that. So that I was in that hustle and grind kind of mindset, but that took its toll. It definitely took its toll. But when were the times that I experienced balance, work-life balance? Usually, here's the thing with the military, and I can only speak for the Army and the stations that I was in around July. It's not really that busy, especially 4th of July. It can be busy, but you can kind of experience a little bit more work-life balance during the holidays. That's why I highly encourage young folks to think about the military because of the benefits, the time. Your time is important. Your time off is important. My time off right now is important, but if you're knee deep in the military,
Stay to the left to Collins Road.
you know that the military will take care of you as far as Christmas and and 4th of July, and maybe the other holidays,
feet,
Thanksgiving,
turn left on Collins
Christmas,
Road.
4th of July, things start to ease up, and you could tell that the military has it right in terms of those holidays. But that's kind of most jobs. Academia is sort of like that. Teachers kind of slow down, but some folks try to sneak in some extra education during the holidays. So, but here's the thing: some people shun the balance because they go through withdrawals during the holidays because they're so busy throughout the year, and it slows down and they get kind of depressed. Yeah, that happens. But if you plan accordingly during your pre-holiday phase, if you plan accordingly, then you'll have a solid chance at a morale boosting 1 week or 2 weeks or time off. Most jobs, most military assignments, they ease up around Christmas and New Year's, and that's when you can, really have time for yourself. But hustle culture will have you working hard during those times. Some people are catching up on their college stuff during those times. So that's what I did most of my first working career. I'm into my second career phase, whatever you want to call it. In my mind, from 20 years old to 40 years old, that's my first
Turn left on
career.
Collins Road.
And you could, maybe when I'm 80, I could say, oh, that was my first full-time gig. But to me, it's a career. I'm only 44. That's creeping up there, but
2.5 miles.
still
Turn
kind of
left
got
on Schindler Drive.
some youth left. Not a bunch of youth, but some youth left, in my opinion. So I'm not hell-bound on having everybody grind it out these days. I did have that mindset. Man, you could just work and make all kinds of money, but you gotta slow down and meditate. You gotta pray. You gotta get spiritual, and you gotta kind of listen to your body. Get into your hobbies. You just can't get away from the necessity of balance. I understand Jordan Peterson, Gary Vaynerchuk. They are fans of these 80-hour work weeks. Work your face off and just grinding it out to be number one. But I don't know. Maybe it's worth it. Maybe you can be number one and balance things out. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's to each their own. So it's all about rhythm too. Usually it all kind of balances out. I mean, if you want to be effective at your job, you need balance, in my opinion. Some people want to be effective by going Tom Brady mode. But for me, to be effective, I got to be healthy. You got to be healthy to be solid at your job. Health is wealth. And when I clock out, I try to go work out or have a meal with my mom and my uncle or whoever. And I'll bring food to the wifey. That's kind of been my routine. And it's just in the midst of that, I'm dealing with 30-minute drives, 40-minute drives. It's pretty insane here in Jacksonville, Florida. I wish I could show you guys. Yeah, wish I could show you guys. I don't know where these people are coming from. I feel like they're coming from New York. They just look like refugee. Here we go. So I'm moving and grooving. Live. I don't have a title yet. I do my titles and descriptions and thumbnails later from the comforts of my home. I know that's not the best strategy, but that's it. I got these gloves on. So that's a topic I like. I enjoy. Sometimes I do workout videos. I used to do a lot of those, and that's kind of how I got my 100, 200, 300 subscribers. I'm hitting a flat line. I'm not sure what's happening, but I know what it takes. For me, it's what's the buzzing topics. If I track those, that helps me get to that next set of 10 subscribers. So I think I'm at 305 right now. So hit that subscribe button. Yeah, tap that subscribe button, yo. I know that travel vlogs usually get the most hits. Current event vlogs. Current event is either politics or sports, and I just can't seem to go nutsos on any of those. Can't seem to go nutsos on any of those. Green light, baby. Green light. Thank you for saying thank you for this car. I thought I bought a decent ride. I really like the look of the hatchback. It's zippy, zoomed in and out. Because I was in Korea for 3 years, two plus years. How long was I there? And the driving there, it makes you consider parking. Yeah, not being stuck, not being hit. It makes you consider the crowded areas. So for some reason, while I was in Korea and I was planning my exit of that beautiful country, the land of the morning calm, while I was planning that exit, I was leaning towards a smaller, economical car versus a pickup. I wanted to save gas. Really, saved on gas. I mean, the repairs for some reason have just overshadowed all my hopes and dreams of being economical. This is not economical, or hasn't been economical because of the repairs, but maybe it'll oh man, I just don't want to think about it. I think it's delayed my chances of buying something new, because once I get all the repairs done, I'm probably gonna want to keep it and make it last for a little bit longer. I'm just stubborn that way, but you never know. Maybe I'll sell it, maybe I'll relocate. It all depends. So don't get too hung up on work-life balance. That didn't really exist
In half a mile,
in daily
use the
conversations
left lane to turn left on Schindler
when I
Drive.
was younger. I didn't hear it in school. I didn't hear it in hustle culture, that didn't even exist. And the exhausting generational talk, that didn't really exist. I think maybe my generation, maybe the millennials, maybe the boomers, maybe it's my generation, maybe it's the Gen Xers that's really going hard on the younger generations. They're really, really just kind of dissing them. And I'm like, get over it. Just get over it. There's nothing you can do. If someone wants to be a slacker, I can understand if they're on your crew or whatnot, but in the grand scheme of things, if you're a hard worker, a smart worker, a reasonable worker, any of those three or a combination of those three, awesome. And if the rest of these folks around here are slackers, you'll always have a job. You'll always have some type of job security. But yeah, I don't have any worries. I'm thankful. Keep that resume sharp. You don't ever. I'm not a fan of doing 3 months at this job, 6 months at that job. Make it a clean year. At least a year to 3 years. That's my strategy. At least a year, but don't abruptly start slacking off or anything like that. Yeah, keep it at a clean year. Take interviews a little bit more seriously. That third year, 3 years, to me, that's PCS time. I'm just kidding. But yeah, 3 years, 2 to 3 years, man. Life is short. But if you really love the gig, then stick around. Make it a legacy thing.
In 1.2 miles, stay to the left to Watermill Boulevard South.
Yeah, climb that corporate ladder as much as you want. But I saw a video not too long ago. These creators made a great point. There are less people climbing the corporate ladder, and they're just kind of working hard at these mid-levels or entry-level jobs, and not really trying to climb the corporate ladder. The reason is so that they can simply focus on a business, a side business, and yeah, that side gig or side project or side business is their golden ticket.
Stay to the left.
But if you got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, is that really gonna work out? I don't know. Like me, I got my A, so that's a business degree, Master of Business Administration, Master in Business Administration at University of Arkansas, International Accreditation Council of Business Education, IACBE. So I got that going for me. But a part of me sometimes I wonder if I should have been more specific, because you could take business classes, you could read business books, but tangible certificates, trades, those are very valuable, extremely valuable. So you almost have to have a trade or something technical and tangible in addition to your soft skills or your degrees, in addition to your degrees. So I'm looking at
Stay
I'm
to the left to
looking
Watermill
at
Boulevard
researching schools. I'm not fully
In
all
400
in
feet,
on going back
turn
to
left on
school.
Watermill Boulevard
At the
South.
process
Then at the roundabout, take the
of
first exit. Turn left
the
on
process
Watermill
of
Boulevard South.
researching
Then at the roundabout, take the first
of
exit on Maidstone Mill Drive
researching
West.
I'm in the process of researching the details of getting back into school. And I wouldn't go to anything crazy. I would probably just need to go hit up a community college and work on some EMS credentials, some medical credentials, and then that's it. There was a time where I said I'm not gonna do any more school. I'm just gonna work and hustle. But it looked like the path that I want to take requires a lot of preparation. But once I get there,
At
then
the
there's
roundabout, take the first exit on Maidstone
a
Mill Drive
reason to
West.
go back to school again.
Then turn left on Falling Springs Drive.
And it's just I'm all too familiar with going to work, doing my shift, doing my hours.
Turn left on Falling Springs Drive.
And going to work, doing my
In
shift,
900 feet, turn
clocking
left
out,
on Forestone Mill Drive.
and then driving home, getting some food, and then doing my workout, and then into the night, just studying researching. That's kind of it's actually a decent schedule to be on. It really is. Because what are you gonna do? Watch TV?
Turn left on Forestone Mill Drive.
You're just gonna watch TV? So maybe I'll take some more business classes.
In 700 feet,
But
turn right on Woodstone Mill Drive.
I'm the type of person right now I have to balance some medical classes and some business classes. That's probably where I'm at these days.
Turn right on Woodstone
It looks
Mill
like
Drive.
my car is in a fantastic studio now.
In 800 feet, turn right on Bembridge Mill
As long as
Drive.
it's not breaking down. I got the GPS up, and I got my iPhone 15 recording. So I'm gonna work on the thumbnail. Thank you for listening. If you've listened this far, I just want to put good advice out there for those that are listening,
Turn right on
that's
Bembridge Mill
interested.
Drive.
Put good vibes out there. I don't want to be in the toxic environments on the internet.
You've arrived at your destination.
I am home. So, alright. I'm gonna wolf down some food here. I got steak, and the leftover steak. I got some food, man. Got some food. All right, y'all. Thanks for listening. If you want to chime in, do that. That'll be my outro from now on. How do I end this baby? Boom.